What's up everyone, it's Jambors, new video, and today I'm going to talk about the Balkan countries, about those 9 countries, and maybe now you're counting like how many of them actually are, and this is a complicated matter. Somebody don't count in Greece, somebody don't count in Romania, blah 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 blah. I decided to count in all of those so countries just to have a bigger scale of who's the best of them. But in general, I must say there is no song where I would say like this is a joke, this is super terrible, this is a joke for Eurovision, this is whatever. You know, I have songs which I like more, I have songs which maybe I don't like, but objectively saying, which I'm trying to do, there is none of them which I would say has no quality. We can question some countries, but sometimes where I feel the lack of musical quality, they adding kind of a vibe, kind of a fun quality, and some of them they're just not for me. That's what is it. So this is all my perspective only. And before we're gonna start to have this list, let's have a little recapitulation of those countries. We're going to start with Albania, then we go with Bulgaria, then we go with Croatia, then we go with Greece, then we continue with Montenegro, then North Macedonia, Serbia, and the last one is Slovenia. Don't ask me how many times I rehearsed it, I actually didn't, and I watched one times in my computer. Anyway, let's start alphabetically, just to remind what their songs are about. Start with Albania. Ronelha's Secret, one of the first songs I've made review for. You can find it on my YouTube as well. It was one of the first, and I must say I really liked the song when it started. The live performance was very enthusiastic, it had power, I just had fun, I felt the quality of the song. Then Albania decided to revamp the song, and I was like, okay, well, they actually want to change because the song really is good. And I see some changes, but especially in the way which I think are not that positive towards the musical quality of the song. Even I'm talking now about the studio version, which, you know, it's so sorry, a live performance can be awesome anyway, which I believe it will. That's what's the positive on this revamp, is that it's more pushing the show part, and maybe that's a smart move because after all you have 3 minutes on stage and that's it, so it must be a great show, and if you believe yourself that much sonically, you can afford to think more about the show, which definitely the new revamp of the song is more show, less music maybe, but more show, and that I think it's a smart move, especially when we know how Albania can be very good with stagings, especially smart stagings, because you don't need to put so much money if you're just doing it smart. And last year for me, this is one of the smartest stagings ever at Eurovision. It was effective, it just worked, and I think it didn't really cost so much money, and that's worth it. Let's talk about Bulgaria. Okay, Bulgaria as well, it was one of the first countries to show and decide what song's gonna represent, what band's gonna represent Intelligent Music Project and the song Intention. I wasn't happy to hear it, I was shocked because I expected something, you know, some continuity from Bulgaria, but this is like a new fresh start. And fresh, I don't mean current, because this song is power metal, it's old school, it's for specific fun or a different generation when this music was trendy, and it never really came back. So I'm very curious how it's gonna work, because I think it has its audience. It's not me, definitely it's not me, and I feel like, oh, I don't feel well for Bulgaria in this regard, but as well, objectively saying what I'm really trying, it's not the top notch of the genre, but definitely it's not a bad song. It's a good song of the genre, and maybe this will as well encourage somebody to get back to this mood, you know, to this power metalish kind of things, which is definitely original at Eurovision today. It is, and maybe it's gonna work, especially in the semi-final, which is very diverse. So even this can go through. Even I don't believe it, but that's my problem only. Croatia. Mia Dimsic, guilty pleasure. It's the song which I personally like. It's nothing special, it's nothing great, but it's calm, it's peaceful, it's kind, it's normal, it's okay. And it's okay in a good way. It's okay in a good way. It just sounds so good. And maybe if the live performance will be pushed, it will have more energy than it had in the national selection they had in Croatia. This is another candidate to go through to the grand final. And the reason is that this will talk directly to all the people which just seek to calm down, to just feel something, to lift the emotion that Croatia brings. Only what I was criticizing a bit, but that's my personal taste thing, it's that I don't really need a professional dancer on stage dancing contemporary. It was disruptive for me, and the reason is that I always feel as a producer that when you do something like this, you just feel that the stage is empty and you have this instant idea to put contemporary dance into it, one dancer. I think it's old school a bit. I would prefer to have lots of dancers like this to do a background, you know, not to have a first plan thing, like second plan, third plan, okay, but this I would really think about how to do it or use it differently, because I didn't even feel any story there. Even I know there kind of was, but it was pushed. It didn't really feel natural to me, as the song did. The song really did feel natural, and it still does. But let's talk about Greece now. Amanda Tenfjord from Greece singing Die Together, that's an experience itself. Like, I haven't heard it live, but I have heard her live, and her live performance, it's just wonderful, perfect singing with such vibe, you know, such mesmerizing vibe in a good way. It's not like tense, witchcrafty, dark. No, it's calm, it's heartwarming, it's good, it's melancholic, and that's as well the song. It's melancholic, but as well the song has really one of the best productions this year for the song, and that as well means a big courage. It's probably the most courageous ballad I've ever heard at Eurovision, and the reason is that the song, the first third of the song, there's nothing happening. Only the voice, only singing with an effect for 1 minute. That's 1/3 of the song, and this third just don't make you ask yourself, hey, I'm boring, where it gonna go, where it gonna go. No, you ask yourself, wow, this is very interesting, where it's gonna go. And this is a big different narrative, isn't it? And this all applies for the whole song, which is the most growing song of the year this Eurovision for sure, and for me is the biggest surprise, because I didn't expect something like this from Greece. No reason for it, I just didn't, but I do really expect a lot from Greece this year, so I really hope they won't screw the staging and just focus on the atmosphere and how to sell it. And that's it. Montenegro. Vladana and her brief and a nice music video and a nice story, nice atmosphere. Actually, Balkan countries this year, they're just showing a different kind of face. It's kindness, it's calmness, it's not a huge drama, it's internal drama if there is anything, and kind of, you know, goodness. It's a huge surprise for me, and this applies as well to Montenegro and Vladana's song, which I said in my review, it's a fairy tale. It's a fairy tale from Disney movie. Exactly, I can really imagine the song a Disney movie because of how it's structured, how it sounds, how it goes, where it goes. I can really imagine all those cartoon figures that they're just standing there, you know, singing in this kind of Disney musical style, and it works. It works. It's something which will be very dependable on the staging. If it's going to be pushed to the dark way, to, you know, crazy costumes and creating, I don't know what, a lot of flames, for example, I think that won't work, and it will be kind of like Eurovision guilty pleasure expectation from Balkan countries stereotypically. But there is another way how to do it, and this is This is to support its softness, its Disney style, its Disney feeling, and that's what I would do to make it more musical number with some kind of huge production value, which is really easy to say like this, but I'm expecting some kind of curtains, some kind of something what will really feel that you're in the fairy tale. That's what I would do, and I would really think about magical AR things. Even this can really work as well. Just do it smartly, and I think you can do this. This is a great coming back. North Macedonia. When Andrea releases her song when she won the national selection, I just read the Twitter. I listened to the song really once, and then I was like, when I do a review right now, I'll be super controversial probably. Not because I will go with the stream that everybody hates it because somebody else didn't win and whatever. No, it's because I like the song. I must say I like the song. I like the way how it's done. I like the way how it's synced. Never know that. I really like the way how it feels. The first impression of the song for me was very good. And when I listened to it a few minutes ago, I really liked it. Again, it's a bit revamped, and I'm really curious how it's gonna feel when it's going to be live, but I still like it. The only thing about the song which I would criticize are maybe the lyrics. It just feels super simple in the way, which can be a problem for juries, I think, which can be as well problem for public maybe. But if it's going to be done with the energy, if it's going to be just, you know, salt with the atmosphere, which the depression, kind of depression and deepness which goes from the song, and I will feel it's real. I will feel it's real, that this despair is real. I think you have my vote. That's, yeah, I said it. I think it's not that bad as anybody says. I think it's kind of good, but my taste is sometimes weird as well, so don't depend on it. But I really mean it. If you sell what you're singing about, and I will feel this from you, and not theatrically, but I will really feel it that you mean it. I think this is the key how to show everybody else that you deserve your place in grand final. If won't happen, no grand final probably, but that's up to you, of course. It's only up to North Macedonia anyway. Romania. WRS. Ja mamy. You know, I wasn't really satisfied with this song representing Romania, but honestly, I didn't have any kind of other favorite from Romania which I really would root for or whatever. I didn't really follow the selection. I followed whole music which was done. I did a list of my top 5 songs. I think none of them even made it to the studio, to the TV studio to sing live. And for me, it was a selection which didn't really have a super quality song in general. Every song was missing something. Every song sound like a demo. And when I heard Yabama for the first time, I think it was from the semi-final, I was thinking like, is this a prank video? Because sound quality was terrible. Even mic quality wasn't really good. Technically, it wasn't really good, and of course, I didn't really like the song and the performance, it just didn't really please my eyes. I just felt uncomfortable watching it, and that applies as well for the finals, where it feels so Euroclub to me, but it doesn't really feel so Eurovision stage. I understand that for some fans this is a awesome pleasure party song which they will enjoy, which I understand. I probably, when I will get drunk, I would enjoy this on the party as well. But this is not the song I would enjoy at a huge Eurovision. I think this is exactly one of those songs. And I don't say it's a joke act. No, I don't. I think it's taken seriously, and I think somebody really took it seriously. I see the choreography, which is not easy to make. I just not fan of the sound, of the choreography itself, of the artist. Even I think everybody is enjoying, and that's, if I must say something really nice about the song, that I feel that the atmosphere which goes from it, it's it's honest, it's pure, and that's good. That's good because it's not that easy to translate such emotion to me or to the other viewers. It's not, and I think you made it, and this actually, it's a big sales point of this song, of this performance. So if you keep it, because that's, I think, what you're gonna do, you spend so much work on it, that it's worth it. That, me personally, if I don't like it, that means nothing. That means nothing, because I think you have another thousands fans who loves it, and that what matters. That what matters, and that what I respect. Serbia. What can I say about Constructa and her song In Corpore Sano? Like, come on. It's the most viewed video I've ever done about Eurovision, ever. And I think you can still grow the numbers. Anyway, it's as well the one of the greatest songs this year. And there are many factors for it, which I maybe didn't even mention in the video. And the reason is I didn't know the background of the song. I only went with the feeling when I was doing the review, which I normally do, and this is my signature. This is the thing how I work, that for me the emotion and the feeling, it's most likely than anything else, and it always worked for me that way. So that's why I'm do changing it. Even I feel another objective facts, and I have both in this song, incorporated. Not incorporated. And the reason is that this song it's perfectly sung. Constructa as an artist, she looked amazing on camera, and how she expressed the song, I just feel that something is happening there, and I don't even know the lyrics. You know, that's how it works, that's how art works, that's how good art really works, that it talks to you without need of understanding the exact lyrics. And when you know the exact lyrics, and I really need to thank all of you fans who wrote me down in the comments, what is this song meaning, that it's the song with the meaning. First of all, it's a song with the meaning, which I don't need to say, and I don't want to say that another song doesn't have a meaning, but this is a meaning which I can trust. It's not fake, it's not cheap, it's not something cliche, it's original. And as well, it calls about artists, it calls about how we treat artists as a country, how the culture is important, kind of, that's how I read it, kind of, and as well, how things which are really not important are kind of important when they shouldn't be. So it's a full package, because as well the staging looks wonderful, the styling looks wonderful. There's nothing missing. There's really nothing missing, and I think this song will do wonders at Eurovision. I'm not sure it's a winning song. I'm not sure that everybody will like it as I do, but I think that everybody will watch it and say like, this is something special, without knowing why. And this secret in it, that's a great magnet for votes, both juries and viewers. I think you agree. Slovenia. Okay guys. Slovenia LPS Disco. I didn't do a good review for this song. I know that I didn't probably made a lot of people happy about it. I don't know how many people really cared about this. Anyway, I really want this to be a positive reaction or review kind of stuff. This song is not terrible, this song is not bad. This song, you know, I feel the energy from the guys. I feel the good atmosphere which is there. I feel the era when it was supposed to be from. I like the staging because I think it works, it's smart, it supports who they are, it supports the atmospheres of the song. It supports the atmosphere of the song, it supports them as artists. Somebody was really thinking about all the aspects about it and just put it in the form which I can respect, I can understand, I can feel its quality. But the song itself, for me, it's a reminiscence of something which I don't personally like. And I feel it's so super simple, like a student band making music for the very first time. And that sounds harsh, I know it. and I'm sorry for it, because I as well feel the huge potential you can have and you have, because it really works live. It really works. It's an act which is going to be nice for looking. It's going to be probably nice for fans as well, who doesn't really have those reminiscence. I'm really curious how this gonna work for juries, because it as well can work, because when I was hearing it many times, even after the review and before I was doing this video, I must say I really understand that there can be some hidden gem in it. Even I don't believe in the song. I don't believe in it personally, but I believe that you guys will enjoy Eurovision anyway. Alright, and now it's their thing where I'm going the list of who is the best. Who's the best from the Balkan countries, from those 9 countries, which every each of them has something different to show us, some different vibe, but I must say that all of them serves their kind of quality. There is nothing which you will say like it's a disgrace. There is no disgrace. There is maybe a different expectation, there is maybe a different style of music, and there is I don't know what. But I must say that Balkan countries are maybe on the rise. And then another thing, there are only 3 countries out of 9 which are doing internal selection. The rest of them, they are doing the national selection. So we not just know those artists, but we are able to know more artists from those countries, which is as well great. And I think this is the key. This is the key, because I think Eurovision is on the rise itself. And as well, people just don't want to listen only to US and British artists. They want to listen to plenty of artists. And one of those are those Balkan countries artists who has a lot to offer, even for the future. So this is nice. This is nice and this is progress. But who from them is the best? Not to make all of you angry, and I know that you all are very passionate about it. I will just tell you who's my top 3. And the 3rd place on this list for me is North Macedonia. Please don't make me wrong. Please don't make me look stupid more than I normally do. No, please don't. I believe that there can be something which can be solved, or it's a problem and I should place on 3rd Croatia, which is as well good. But I have some feeling that North Macedonia can make anybody else wrong, and I would be glad for. 2nd place, and this is the hard one, because I feel all those eyes staring at me right now and waiting for telling them the name. Tell me the name. And I tell you the name, which is Constructa from Serbia. It doesn't mean that the 2nd place is something wrong. No, it's a great song, and I think it's top 10 song. It doesn't really feel like right now in the odds, but I think it's as well very alternative, that juries will like it, and I'm not really sure that fans will like it that much. It's not that universal, maybe it's specific, but maybe I'm wrong, and I would be glad to be wrong actually, because I really like the song. I really like the song, and I think it's great. It's something unexpected, and I think it's gonna open a lot of creatives to really think how to approach Eurovision next year. I'm for sure there will be more songs from you which I want to listen, and I'm not the only one to do it. But there is another artist and another song which I like the most, and this is Greece, Amanda Tenfjord. It's a gem. For me, this is a top 5 material. This is a top 5 song. This is one of the favorites to win the whole show. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it, because it's not just technically perfect, and I know it's going to be sung perfectly as well as a Serbian one, but it brings another special layer of the popular ballad scheme into very brave or courageous production. And I love it, and the only thing which can kill it, it's the staging, which will just be as staging centric as it was last year for actually a really good song, which I remembered. And you criticized me that I don't remember the songs. I just don't remember all those songs. But Last Dance was great. It was great, but the staging, I would say, the staging took the party for itself. and it didn't just really enforce the song to grow on you. It wasn't about the song, the performance was about the staging, which I think this year should be taken differently, and I really believe that the Greeks know about this and feels the same way, and if they feel that they can win this year as well, they will really focus on what's great, and that's their artists, and it's the atmosphere of the song. If I feel what I feel when I'm listening to it, and it will just go even visually with me, you can really win. You can really win the whole thing. Even I think the competition is really hard and huge. I really believe that after all, you're one of the candidates, and there are not plenty. So this is a big privilege. But of course, this is my sound of Balkan. This is my own personal sound of Balkan. What's yours? Write me in the comments below. I'm really curious about your opinions. Who is your first? Who is your last? Who's in the middle? Why do you like Romania, or why don't you like Romania and any other country? And what do you think about North Macedonia? Did it grow on you, or do you still think it's not a good song? Or the Slovenia, or any country? Just write me in the comments below and let's discuss, because I feel this can be very interesting for every one of us. Let's do a Eurovision thing. Share. This is what we do great, so share even this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because that's as well important to me, and I want to do more videos like this. I really hope you enjoyed. I really want to ask you to don't forget to help Ukraine if you haven't done it yet. There is some links in the description below you can use as well. There is a personal story of my friend who really helped us when we were in the Kiiv as a delegation. She was our assistant of the delegation, and she really now cares about refugees in Poland, and she needs money to take care of them, because they need to buy medical supplies, they need to buy hygienic supplies, they need to buy food and gas. It's not very easy, it's not an easy project, but it's a project worth it, because those refugees are the future of us as well. And if we care other people and we treat other people with care, I think, in future they will care for us too. So caring is caring. And that's the claim of this video, the last claim. Thank you for watching. Bye.